And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again another day, committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, credit, finance, estate plans, insurance plans, and so much more. You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show, where our number one goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and most importantly, we want to engage with you in an effort to help you win in any marketplace.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Save our hotline number in your phone. At some point, you're going to need it. 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-670-7372.
Baby.
Don't forget our number. Bookmark our website, consumerqb.com. A plethora of information available at consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. All their contact information is available there. Attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors, real estate experts, all types of experts that we've assembled, we've vetted, and we bring on the show to help you live a better life and avoid a lot of the commission-based advice that's so prevalent in our community. Commission breath everywhere you turn out there. We're going to help you avoid that. And it's Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks here in studio with me today. Back in studio, Eunice Halstead, our insurance expert. Welcome back in.
Thank you, Brandon.
My pleasure. Yes, sir. Yes. So
Happy
today,
to be back.
Today we're going to talk about something a little different with the insurance. You help people with property casualty, auto insurance, all types of insurances. But today, a good topic of conversation is cyber insurance.
Yes, we're going to talk about something that is prevalent today, and it happens to people at home as well as to businesses. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the impact it has on businesses in this day and age, but I will touch upon the consumer risks that we all face.
Yeah, there's definitely some significant risk, and I believe it's going to be a growing area as we move forward into this technology-based, environment that we're in, the society that's so centered around technology, not only internet-based, but apps as well, smartphones, a lot of different things to talk about there. So that's exciting. And then also attorney Mark Albrechta making his debut on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Welcome in, sir.
Good morning, Brandon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today we're going to talk about your law practice is kind of a generalist. You're a law practitioner in a lot of different areas, but you can help people. Specifically today, we were going to talk about protecting business owners, I believe.
Right.
Talk about business owners and setting up, and a lot of that starts on the beginning. When you have the idea, maybe you're a sole practitioner and you're out there, an entrepreneur. You're starting to make some money, but now it's time to start thinking about setting up the corporation to be protected.
Right, and people can do that very quickly. They can do it online, but there's more to it than that.
Yeah, a lot of these, doing it on your own, doing DIY, there's a lot of errors that are made. We've talked to our accountant in the past who's, seen stories where they try to do it online, but they don't know what they don't know is the problem.
Correct.
And the systems online are only going to walk you through the basic and general idea of how to set up certain things, how to do the corporation filings, et cetera.
Right.
But it's not going to protect you from a standpoint of, your years in business,
Right.
Many years in business, I'm assuming, of helping people. So I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. I'm the owner of Platinum MVP Realty as well, and I'm a top listing agent. So wanted to let you know about a hot listing that we've got on the Gulf of Mexico here in Clearwater, 1370 Gulf Boulevard. This is unit number 401, $1.175 million here, just under $1.2 million. This is a gorgeous beachfront condo, beautiful property, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, updated condo within the Bella Rosa is an exclusive building, and it's a beautiful property. We'd love for you to check it out. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com for a lot of our real estate listings there at Platinum MVP Realty. And we've got a really cool event coming up as well. We want you to know about it. Check out our Eventbrite page. Just search up keyword Shamrock, Ken Shamrock. So this is an event coming up on the 21st of June, just about 20 days away here, 4:30 p.m. It's going to be a live radio show broadcast with our show partners as well as our business partner, Ken Shamrock, coming into town. And we're going to be benefiting the Ian Beckles Foundation. So this is important to help the youth of Tampa Bay. We feel a strong moral obligation motivation to give back and help. And we rally the troops. We got our partners helping us out with this. And on the phones, we have Paulina from Amici's Catered Cuisine. Paulina, hashtag your girl, Paulina, a.k.a. the party guru. I wanted her to talk a little bit about this event, and they are donating the food for this event. It's going to be an awesome time. Paulina, are you excited?
Oh, I'm so pumped. Everybody is.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Woo-hoo!
So tell us
That's right.
about what you guys are doing. I think it's going to be a chef-manned pasta station. Is that right?
You know, we're busting out one of our most popular fan favorites, which is the Flaming Pasta Station. You get to pick exactly what goes in it, so all the guests are bound to love it.
Nice, yeah. So you got like the red sauce choice, the white sauce, and you got, I think it was shrimp, chicken, and sausage.
That's right. That's
Awesome.
right. Different veggies, different ingredients. We can make it spicy. We can not make it spicy. Whatever you want. It's all about you.
I like it. So that's for the first 100 people that show up to the event. We're expecting about 150 or so, 160 people for this keynote by Ken Shamrock. He's going to be talking about, his story and how he became known as the world's most dangerous man, in the UFC Fighting Hall of Fame, also WWF legend as well, and champion as well. So it's going to be a good time. It's going to be some great networking.
I feel like I'm going to be starstruck, and I'm so excited, and you've got me, Googling all this stuff so I can learn.
Yeah. So Paulina's on the phone here with Amici's Catering and one of our show partners. So, I think a lot of businesses now, they're understanding the importance of hosting parties, hosting events, being in the community, and you are known for that. One of your hashtags is your girl Paulina, and then AKA the party guru. So you can help them understand more about what success you've seen with other clients.
Definitely. And I think, Michael Romando, the owner of Amici's, has always been super involved in the community, and he's just really excited to be a part of this one for sure.
Yeah, you guys got a great team over there. We've had all the conversations we've had with the staff, and then the delivery at our different parties. We've had some parties over there at Cox Media, the Bone Studios, and everybody does a great job over there. And you're based over in Tarpon Springs area, is that right?
We're actually in Oldsmar, so that way we can be close to all the Tampa Bay areas, and we can deliver all over. But we're also catering at all the different venues as well. So whatever type of party, it all works.
Wherever the party's at, you can find there, right?
That's where you can find your girl Paulina.
Paulina. So give us a sample of different events that you're doing, or maybe some success stories.
Definitely. Well, the different things that we're known for, our weddings and big kind of size parties, 2,500. But what I really like to remind business owners of is to cater those seminars and workshops you're going to have this summer, and get your employees excited and make them feel appreciated. And what's a better way to do that than with some delicious food? The oldest tradition in the book: break some bread and make some friends. Break some bread.
That's right. It's going to invoke the law of reciprocation. You're going to help start that kind of thought process in the minds of the consumers out there and the business owners. So business owners, this is a great time of year, as well as if you're planning an event, you're planning to get your sphere of influence, grow your sphere of influence is a key part of it. And what better way than setting up an event? Take a page out of our playbook here. What we're doing is we're benefiting a local charity. Do an event, benefit a local charity, and set it up to where you're, maybe going to be able to get some public service announcements with different radio and TV publications. So that's a way that you can, kind of utilize that strategy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just love the idea of giving people an experience, and I feel like the pasta station is really the best way to do it. It's just so delicious.
Yeah, it is. And we're going to have also Cash Bar there as well. Shout out to St. Pete Distillery. They're providing the alcohol for the Cash Bar. Your tickets, it's only $20 for the event for entry, and it gets you admission, it gets you the food, and it also gets you your first drink coupon. You're going to have a free drink as well with that. So the Ken Shamrock keynote, again, it's going to be at the Fire Station number 5, Thursday, June 21st, 4:30. The doors open, so you got to come check it out. There's going to be a lot of great networking, live radio show broadcast. Myself, Ken Shamrock, Ian Beckles is going to be on the first hour, and then we're going to have the second hour is going to be a lot of our different partners getting involved with the interviews as well. So we're going to have our partners coming in and talking about their businesses and different things that they're offering and ways that they can help engage with the community. So We would love to see you guys there. All of our listeners out there, viewers of our TV show on WeBeam TV, check out the Eventbrite page and just search up keyword Shamrock, and you'll see that tickets are $20 there, as we mentioned. So
yes, and we also posted it on the Meet Cheese page as well. So wherever you guys find them, get those tickets, and I can't wait to see you all.
Yeah. Come out and meet Paulina, meet our team, meet all of our expert contributors, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to raise some money for the underprivileged children here in Tampa Bay. So Ian Beckles, longtime NFL football player and a local radio legend. He doesn't like it when I say that. I called him a legend on the radio one time, and he said, "Oh, thanks for throwing out the word legend." But he really is. He was on sports talk radio for 12 years. A lot of people know, the Ian Beckles, Ron and Ian show, and he's doing a lot for the community. He's helping out and doing his best to raise money. I know some of his past projects involved helping out the Children's Cancer Center, who we've have a great affinity with as well, helping them as I was the MC for the Wine, Women, and Shoes event one year, helping them raise money to support Children's Cancer Center. We raised over $125,000, I believe. Paulina, thanks so much for calling in. Any parting words or shout outs that you want to give out? And we appreciate you calling in.
I feel like it's all about helping the community and everybody in it, but for $25, you cannot get a better deal. And knowing that you're doing something good is just going to be all around an amazing event. I really can't wait to see you all.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Paulina. We'll see you soon. Thanks for calling in. And when we come back, Eunice Halstead, our insurance expert. We also have attorney Mark Albrechta here in studio. And we have our feel-good story of the week. What's our feel-good story of the week here, Berlin? What's the title there?
It's a teen who woke up at 4 a.m. every morning to catch a school bus is gifted a new car.
All right, stay with us here. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. We are recruiting real estate agents to our team. If you know of someone out there looking to make a move over to Platinum, we would definitely like to talk to them. Confidential interview available. Check us out, consumerqb.com. There's a submission form at consumerqb.com. I got an airport for sale up in Dade City. Attention pilots, any pilots out there, I got an airport for sale, 20151 Powerline Road in Dade City. This is a very unique property. It's two different parcels. We've got a three bedroom, 2-bath mobile home on 10 acres, and we have an additional 15 acres that is actually a airport, and it's an airport. So it's a kind of a unique opportunity there in Dade City. Beautiful property, and also beautiful home here, waterfront home in Newport Richey, 4046 Rudder Way, Newport Richey, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, $279,000, over 2,300 square feet. Beautiful property, bay access, beautiful property up there in the North Pasco County. Beautiful property there.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
And we want to give a shout out to our official restaurant partner, which is Brio Tuscan Grill at the International Plaza in Tampa, 2223 Northwest Shore Boulevard in Tampa. Brio Tuscan Grill, located off of Bay Street next to the Renaissance Tampa Hotel. Our official hotel partner, Brio Tuscan Grill, restaurant partner that is. They offer a brunch now on Sundays, Saturday and Sunday until 3 p.m. They're offering a brunch. They've got some great entrees there. You got scrambled eggs and bacon, Sicilian omelet, berries and cream French toast, vegetable omelet, all kinds of great food. Now, they also have a daily special running every day that all you have to do is mention the Consumer Quarterback Show, that you're a fan of the show, and you get a free appetizer with your meal. And they also hook you up with that free water with lemon over there, don't they, Braylon? They do a good job over there.
Yep.
The food's good, huh? Mm-hmm. You love it?
Yeah.
All right. So in studio today, we've got Eunice Halstead, insurance expert, local expert contributor here, helping people protect their assets, protect their home, their automobiles. And we're talking cyber insurance as well, specifically today. Coming up, we got attorney Mark Albrechta also in studio as well. So when it comes to the cyberspace, this is one that intrigues me. It's something that, we have talked about the Bitcoin and the whole, cryptocurrency theme. And when it comes to protecting your assets, you got to think about the online assets as well.
Absolutely. We all have computers, we all have tablets, we all have our phones, and more things are becoming part of the Internet of Things, which is like refrigerators that will now take inventory of what's missing so that you
Right.
can go to a supermarket and buy it, and the auto running cars, and everything is connected to the internet in one way or the other, and the hackers are out there trying to see what they can get from us.
Right.
And yes, the currency that they're using is usually the Bitcoin, which is difficult to get to begin with for someone who doesn't have any experience with it. One of the claims examples that we have, and I'm focusing more on business right now, we've all had that angry employee that gets fired,
Yeah.
and they want to do as much damage as they can before they leave the office.
Yeah.
In particular, in this office, it was a law firm, and this employee that had just gotten fired managed to delete all the files from the computer system.
Ooh.
And shut down the whole server system.
Good Lord.
So it took about 1,100 man hours to restore everything in that law firm's office.
Wow.
So in total, it was about $300,000 in expenses. And we at Insurance Risk Specialists provide policies that cover these kinds of incidences.
Yeah.
Something more close to home, something that happened to me, which was kind of silly. I had a POF account, Plenty of Fish account, and a couple of weeks ago, I noticed that they kept charging me for it after I had shut it down. Mm-hmm. And I called the customer service line because I couldn't log in. And they tell me, your account has been hacked. I was like, well, I hope they got more dates than I did. But they quickly refunded my money and they took care of it. But obviously that particular company now has an issue where their system has been hacked.
Yeah.
And they may be having to refund money to a lot of other people they're not just me, and try to figure out where the hacking came from and resolve those issues. Because by law, once you know that you have been hacked and you are maintaining people's records and credit card information, personal information, you are required by law to notify each and every one of your clients that their information may be out there somewhere.
Yeah, that's important. Wow.
That's a lot of money.
Very, very crazy world. It's a crazy world we live in. By the way, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Eunice Halstead. She's an insurance expert here in Tampa Bay, talking about cybersecurity, cyber insurance. There's available protections for you as a business owner, where, the situation with the attorney or the law office, they fired someone, $300,000 estimated damage from a disgruntled employee, former employee, and wow, I want to actually get Mark's, response to that. How are they? What are the repercussions? I mean, basically, the person's probably insolvent at that point. You're really not going to see any of that money back, would you?
Well, of course, you've got the insurance. If you've got the insurance and it's covered under the insurance, it would pay out on the claim to the point of your limits. But that's a problem. I've had staff that I've had to fire in the past, and that's something you always have in the back of your mind. What are they going to do?
Right.
So you've got two choices in that regard, and a lot of times the draconian choice is you're out of here right now.
Right.
Because I'm afraid that you might do something like that.
Yeah.
So I've had employees where I've had to do that. I've also had the employees where I know that they wouldn't do that because I know, and I've had to get rid of them for whatever reason, or they decided to leave on their own, and so you give them time to do that.
Yeah.
And so, but you do have to worry about that.
Sure.
In a law firm particularly, because all of those client files that they have to protect, and all the information in those client files. And that's another concern from the cyber security standpoint, is how secure are those client files?
Right.
Can they be hacked? Can that private information be gotten? And the law firms have to worry about that.
Yeah. Wow. So that's an interesting case. So, Eunice, so you're writing these policies for business owners. There's ways that business owners can protect themselves.
Absolutely. Another big risk would be doctors, chiropractors, dentists, because they have to do all this. They have to maintain all this information, this personal information, to deal with the health plans.
Right.
So they know your date of birth, your social security, your address, and every time they talk with you on the phone, you have to confirm this information to them, or they confirm the information with you.
Right.
I've actually had phone calls where they tell me the information, and I'm like, okay, that's not really safe for you to be giving me that information over the phone like that. And if you don't have employees that are really aware of the types of identity theft exposures that are out there, you could have a real big problem. The other issue that we've been facing recently is the ransomware, where somebody hacks into your computer and they shut down all your computer and they extract all your documents, and they demand a ransom, usually starting around $500.
Wow. To
release your documentation. Now, this is $500 is usually for a person at a consumer level. Now, if it's a big corporation and they hold them ransom, and I believe this happened to Sony a couple of years ago, then we're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember that. And it happens all the time. Identity theft, is out there. That's why you see these companies like LifeLock and some of the other, spinoffs of LifeLock. And you have, the identity theft that's out there with, just your identification, your credit report, your credit's all jumbled up. That's where we see it in the real estate space, the mortgage space. So, wow, it is a crazy world. There's a lot of opportunity for these thieves and people to hack into computers. Pretty much any computer's available to be hacked. It's just how much resources do the bad guys have.
Right, and sometimes using like Starbucks to go and work, which a lot of people do. It's easy to take your laptop and use the Starbucks Wi-Fi. Anybody with less than $100 can get a machine that can track into that Wi-Fi and start hacking all the computers that are connected to that Wi-Fi.
Wow.
So that's another dangerous thing right there.
Yeah.
That many of us do without even thinking about it.
Wow, I bet you there's criminal enterprises that are doing just that.
Absolutely.
They're going around to all these local public places. Everybody's getting their $5 coffees, and they're just sitting there. They're getting hacked. They don't even know it. You know, they're logging in, going through their firewalls, extracting data. You know, and then they won't find out for months, maybe later, or whenever they decide to act on that information. But yeah, some good stuff. So stay with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More from Eunice Halstead, our local insurance expert, and also attorney Mark Albrechta coming up as well. He's a business attorney, kind of a generalist in that space where he's helping you protect your assets, helping you protect and set up your companies in the right way. We're going to talk about different structuring of your assets. And we have our feel-good story of the week as well. A teen who woke up at 4 a.m. every morning to catch a bus to school is gifted a new car. Stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey everybody, I'm Forbes Riley, celebrity TV fitness host and creator of The Spin Gym. I'm here today with Brandon Rhymes, and you're listening to the Consumer Quarterback Show. Great ways to get happy, healthy, and wealthy.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty. Giving a shout out to Mary Maids. Our official cleaning partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show is Mary Maids Cleaning Service. We know clean. Leave the details to us. Relax, it's done. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties, and they are the recipients of the Women's Choice Award. America's most recommended cleaning services is Mary Maids. Give them a call. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you, and you're going to get special incentives just by being a listener of the show. Mary Maids, our official cleaning partner. We'd love for you to support them. And consumerqb.com is where you can find all of our resources. Consumerqb.com. You can see links to all of our expert contributors. You can submit an email form there on our website. website, and we would love to engage with you. Today, we have a great lineup for you. We've got Eunice Halstead, insurance expert, and we were talking about cyber security, identity theft prevention, different ways that these hackers are coming in and affecting your businesses. And then also we have attorney Mark Albrechta here in studio. So I wanted to, talk to Mark a little bit here and come up with, so the idea when it comes to business is that people, this is one of the best times to be alive. You're able to start a business, grow a business relatively quickly, with the advent of the internet and social media and just getting out there and networking, meeting people. There's niches to be filled. People start a company, they start a business. A lot of times it starts off just as a sole proprietor in their own legal name. But then, once you start making money, you start accumulating assets, now you're a target.
That's correct. And obviously the biggest reason for people to incorporate or set up LLCs is to create that shield between them, their personal assets, their personal situation, and their business. And so obviously the two main ways to do that are a corporation and an LLC are the two major ways that people do that. A corporation in Florida, you set that up, and people come to me all the time and say, I got an S Corp. I say, I don't care about that from a legal standpoint because the S or C Corp is a tax issue. That's right. Not a legal shield corporate situation. That's taxes. And so I'm not a tax guy. I send that over to the accountant, right. Let them deal with it. And all I'm concerned about is have they legally set themselves up to provide that shield.
Right.
And the problem comes that setting it up is easy. It's what you do after that can get you into problems.
And don't you have to, you have to treat it separate from personal, that's number one, spending money separately. And then don't you have to file certain minutes and have different, records as well?
The state law requires an annual registration renewal.
Right.
And so you pay that. If you don't pay it by the end of April, then they tack a $500 fine on it if you want to renew with the same corporation. So your best, and they send notices out by email now. So because if people register online, you're giving them that information.
Yep.
They'll send you a notice starting in January saying you need to renew.
Yep.
And I get them myself because I have a PA that I have off to the side. So, but you've got to do that. Now, That's for the state, and you pay that annual registration fee, and you submit the documentation. If you've changed officers, you provide that information, or added officers, things like that.
Through Sunbiz.
Right, through Sunbiz, right. And that's easy to do. As far as annual meetings and minutes, you should be doing that because the idea that you're acting as a corporation means you're doing that kind of stuff. So that's the problem. When you're talking about commingling, that becomes an issue because people will not separate their business operation from their personal. And when you're a sole corporation, you're wearing several different hats.
Right.
And those tend to get confused too. I've talked to plenty of people who saying, I'm the major shareholder. Yeah, but you're not the man, you're not the president.
Right.
And so you do have some control as a shareholder over certain things, but not over other things. So
yeah. And it's important because as a business owner out there, you think you're doing some things right, but maybe you're not. And you missed that one little thing, and then all of a sudden now you're opening yourself up to lawsuit. Something happens like Eunice was talking about to your company, and now you're kind of opened up to somebody what they call piercing the corporate veil.
Yeah, piercing the shield, piercing the veil. I've thrown the challenge out for the last several years that I could probably go through most of the small business shields fairly easily, because they're not doing the things that they should be doing to clearly indicate that they're acting as a corporation or an LLC.
Right.
My personal preference is a corporation. I'm not too keen on the LLCs. And one of the reasons why is because of a ruling that came out in 2010 where it indicated that a single member LLC did not provide the same kind of protection.
Mm.
So if you're going to, the recommendation is if you're going to do an LLC, I would recommend that you have a multi-member LLC or do a corporation.
Right. Yeah. What I've heard, especially in the real estate space, about the structuring your company as an LLC is that it works when you have business partners who want to buy a single asset, for example. So if you got 3 partners, they say, hey, let's accumulate our funds. Let's go out and buy a duplex, triplex, quad. It's a great rental market. Let's start accumulating properties. Now, that entity would be for the specific property on 5th Street. There's a new LLC set up for the property on 10th Street, and then split 1/3, 1/3, 1/3.
Right, and the difference between corporations and LLCs are this. Corporations give you stock. You purchase a share of stock or shares of stock. In an LLC, it's member subscriptions.
Right.
So it's a little bit different setup. The LLC people like because it's pretty flexible.
Right.
It doesn't have the same sort of a baggage associated, if you will, that formalities. But in my opinion, that's where the problems come, because it does not have the same formalities in operating and setting up as a corporation. That's where the problems, in my mind, with the shield protection comes into play.
Yeah, I like that. We're talking with attorney Mark Albrechta here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. He's a local attorney, and he can help you setting up your businesses. He's also a generalist, so I know you do some types of trials. You've been to trial before. Let's talk about that side a little bit. How do you help maybe some businesses out there, or maybe some recent success stories you've
Right,
had?
and well, the thing of it is, I started as a public defender here in Hillsborough County back in 1982, so I just celebrated my 36th anniversary being sworn in as of the 28th.
Congrats.
May. So,
awesome.
So I started as a public defender, and right away I'm doing trials from day one. So that's what I've been doing since 1982, is trying cases. Tried a lot of felony jury trials in that time, and since then, when I go out into the civil area, I'm still doing trial work, and a lot of that is related to business matters.
Right.
Now, it could be either side. I could be defending the corporation, or I could be suing on behalf of the corporation, or I could be suing against the corporation.
Yeah.
So I've done all of that, and it gets into various different aspects. Sometimes it's a collection, or defending a collection, or contract breach kind of situation. And that's another area that there's problems on a DIY when you're doing your own contracts.
Right.
And that's a lot of what I see. And I was talking to an individual just last week who had this contract for a loan that he had drafted up. And I said, the first thing I don't see here is a personal guarantee by the principals of the LLC that you were loaning money to.
Right, yeah.
There was no personal guarantee. So I think I can get to the individuals, but it's going to be a little more complex and a little more time consuming and take a little more effort, which means
costly.
It's going to cost more.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the more that you can be descriptive and matter of fact in those contracts, it's going to just right away, it's going to say, okay, well, here's your personally guaranteed. Now it's just plain and simple to the court. Yes, you signed this agreement.
Well, and here's what happens sometimes. I've run into these situations where a parent co-signs on a car,
right,
and then the next thing they know, the child stopped paying, whatever. Next thing the lawsuit is, and I'm being called by the parent saying, "What do I do?" I said, "Well, you co-signed on the car. They're going to come after the person with the money, or who they think has the money."
Right.
And so I say, don't do it. I mean, I know they're your child,
yeah,
but unless you want to, be subjected to that kind of litigation, because, hopefully your child will make good on their obligation, but things happen and they don't. So in my mind, you're better off not doing it and just saying to your child, I may help you with some money on the side, but I'm not going to co-sign.
Yeah, not going to be on the hook for that.
Right.
Yeah, I'll help you with payments wise, or I think sometimes you hear, we'll help you with the payment, but you got to cover your insurance on your own, or those types of things, and that's a whole nother space. I think about the children, especially this time of year, is really a time when a lot of accidents happen. So you've got a lot of new drivers out on the roads for the first time, summer driving, and the rain hits, and now we've got the wet roads combined with the fuel residues on the roads, oil and fuel residues. So, accident season is here.
Right. And you were talking about purchasing properties. Okay. And I talk to people about that too. I'm going to buy some rental properties, investment properties. And I say to them, put them in an LLC or put them in a corporation. And my recommendation is, if you have multiple properties, they each should be in their own, because if something happens on one property and you've got 3 properties in one LLC, then all of those properties are subject to any judgments.
Right. Yeah. So they could blanket all of your properties, and all of a sudden now you're defending from all these different perspectives versus one particular isolated property that may be a problem for you. All right. So yeah, good stuff there, Mark Albrechta, attorney Mark Albrechta. We got Eunice Halstead in the studio as well, and more from our expert contributors when we come back. And we have our feel good story of the week. Is a interesting story here. What's the tease here, Bray?
Teen who woke up at 4 a.m. every morning to catch a bus to school is gifted a new car.
All right, stay with us. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Enjoy tranquil seclusion in an eco-lover's paradise. Paddling through the mangroves where the only sounds you'll hear are the sounds of nature. Because you deserve to relax on vacation, visit Pasco County, Florida.
You're listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, published author, professional speaker. Check out our book on Amazon, Become the MVP in Your Industry by Surfing the Radio Waves. We'd love for you to leave us a nice review online as well. And we have our event coming up on the 21st. A lot of cool things happening here around the show, around the brokerage, and we are excited. Platinum MVP Realty has a couple of hot listings down here in South Tampa. This one's 3911 West Euclid Avenue. I want to let you know about this 4-bedroom, 3 full-bath, 2 half-bath property, $840,000, and it's a great opportunity to buy in the Plant High School District. One of the most sought-after areas in Tampa Bay is that Plant High School District. This is a beautiful home here in beautiful South Tampa. Also got a commercial asset, commercial property, 5331 Causeway Boulevard in Tampa as well. This is a great property. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home, almost 1,500 square feet, but it's zoned commercially, so you can run your business. You can operate a business out of here. Zoned M as well. So great properties here, and compliments of PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Check out PlatinumMVPRealty.com. All right, so in studio today, we've got two of our expert contributors, Eunice Halstead, insurance expert here, local expert contributor, office conveniently located on West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. We also have attorney Mark Albrechta as well here in studio. And every week we want to do something positive. Every day we go to battle against the nonsense in the mainstream media, and we want to provide you a positive, feel-good story here in our Tell Me Something Good segment.
Tell me something good.
So we got Braylon in studio today helping us out.
So this is about a teen who woke up at 4 a.m. every morning to catch a school bus to school is gifted a new car. This past year, a kid named Corey Patrick had to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning and ride the bus to his school. On his graduation day, the bus driver took a picture of him getting on the bus alone. The caption said, "You tell me this ain't determination. He got on my bus to go to his graduation. No one was with him. I pick him in Ellington Projects, drop him at the Crossplex in 5 points. Sometimes it's all in what you want out of life. He didn't have on the best, but he was the best in my eyes. I was so proud of this black young man." The photo quickly went viral, amassing over 43,000 shares on Facebook and catching the attention of radio show host Ricky
Smiley.
The radio show host, along with a few of his celebrity friends, gifted Corey with a brand new car in recognition of the teen's dedication and perseverance. Along with the new car, a GoFundMe page created for this teen has raised more than $19,000. He's also received a full scholarship to Jacksonville University.
Nice. Good stuff. Feel good story right there. And rewarding his perseverance, waking up early, getting to school. All right, so good job, Braylon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our feel-good story of the week for you there. And I want to go back to Eunice. So Eunice, in the first part of the show, we're talking about the growing area of cybersecurity and the need for insurance. I think a lot of business owners are just they're kind of naive to the fact that these types of crimes happen, and the $300,000 loss or lost information from that attorney's office. That's pretty wide eye-opening.
Yes, and that's something that, because it's a new item of the last decade, a lot of us are not thinking about it. A lot of business owners do not think that they need the coverage, but they really do. And when they least expected it, an FBI director said there are two types of companies: those who have been hacked and those that will be.
That will be hacked.
So it's just a matter of time when something might happen in your office and you'll be hacked, or you'll have that loss of information.
Yeah, and it's now, would this be structured as a separate rider under a policy that you may already have, or is it a completely separate policy?
For businesses, I have this excellent market, and it's a standalone policy, and it has great coverage and at a really reasonable prices. They don't ask as many questions as some other carriers do. They're based on your revenues. So they check out your website, they check out, what you're putting out there, and they'll give you advice. So there is an element of loss management, and it's a really, really good market that I'm working with.
I like that, and I think it's worth pointing out as well that you act as a broker, so you're able to shop the different markets for homeowners insurance, auto insurance, business insurance that we just talked about. So you have an advantage over sometimes the other corporations that are structured where you just go to them. They have their one or two carriers. You have the ability to shop.
That's correct. In my 30 plus years background in the insurance industry is mostly on the commercial side. So like I've said before, we give free advice out of our Hillsborough office, and anybody that has any questions on their insurance program will be happy to sit with you and look at your program and let you know where your gaps are.
Yeah, and your website?
It's www.insuranceriskspecialist.com.
Insuranceriskspecialist.com. And, of course, all of our experts are at consumerqb.com. All right, let's go ahead and jump into our lightning round.
The lightning round!
I am so good at lightning rounds!
I majored in lightning
rounds. All right. So our lightning round, top tips, nuggets of advice, or company overview. Let's start right here with Eunice Halstead.
So like I said, we'll look at your insurance plan for free and give you advice that you need. And if you want to place it with us, we would really appreciate it. But sometimes a little bit of common sense goes a long way, especially when we talk about cyber risk. So watch your computer and watch where you're what links you're hooking up to and the IP addresses you're hooking up to, and be careful.
Yeah, be careful out there. It is a there's a lot of opportunities for problems to be associated. So there's small things you can do to protect yourself and talk to your IT team about that. Mark Albrechta, attorney Mark Albrechta.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, doing it yourself is fine, and there are places you can go to get help to do that. But most people that are trying to do that on their own have not had any legal training or experience, and you're not going to pick up on some things that you need to protect yourself. And that's the main thing. You need to protect yourself. And so it's like the Fram oil filter commercial that used to be out there, pay me now, pay me later.
Yeah.
You can do it on the cheap at the beginning, but if it's not done right or you mess something up, you're going to spend a whole lot more later to try to fix it.
Right. Yeah, it's going to cost you a lot of not only money but time to go backwards. A lot of times, when you're going through these business growth and you're investing money in your business, it's better to take the time and do it the right way the first time. Other way, you're going to be second guessing yourself later down the road.
And what I've seen is I might charge you a few $100 to set something up for you, but if you're involved in litigation, it's going to cost you thousands.
Right. Yeah, and that's important because when you look at the society that we live in, people are looking for a reason. They're looking for an opportunity to, get a nice and easy paycheck.
Right. And, it used to be you worked hard to make your money and you succeeded, but now, win the lottery, win a lawsuit, inherit. That seems to be the attitude. I'm looking for the money from one of those three sources rather than going out and doing something and creating something that is successful.
Yeah, it can be, and there's a lot of opportunity today. I always talk about this on the show. I mean, we're at a great time in human history, a human evolution of the ability to, first of all, you can't say that you don't have the resources. What you can say is that your lack of resourcefulness. So if you have an internet connection, you can go on YouTube. You can learn almost anything. You can learn how to be a car mechanic. You can learn how to advertise on Facebook or Instagram. You can literally search up and learn that information. It's just having the wherewithal and the drive to do it. And then you take and you apply those into the business world and you add value. As a entrepreneur, and I've long time self-employed. A lot of my family members have been self-employed, and of course, a lot of our show partners are self-employed. I mean, that's what we do. Right. we find out, okay, where's the trend? What's happening? What's coming up? Like right now, I'm thinking, about artificial intelligence. I'm thinking about voice. Voice is going to be huge with the different, opportunities there. But so there's no excuses these days, is my point. There's no excuse. Then, what we were talking about earlier is you want to reach out to Mark Albrechta, have him make sure you're set up legally, and you're not opening yourself up to, lawsuits from this side of the room here. And then when we're talking with Eunice, the opportunity to protect your assets through the different insurance products that are available out there. So there's a lot of opportunity today.
Right. And you need to take advantage of it because if you don't, you could find yourself in a lot of trouble.
And that's the point, too, is the window's closing. Like right now, one of the things I talk about with our show and our partners is our video content, the ability to go on Facebook and Instagram and spend relatively low amounts of money versus old school of television ads. Because people, when it comes to television, first of all, if you're in Tampa, it's 50% Bright House, 50% Verizon. Okay, then you look at when a commercial actually does come on, people are looking at their phones or getting up. They're not watching the commercials. So how much engagement are you getting there? And then I look at the ability and the cost effectiveness of Facebook ads, Instagram's ads. Maybe if you're B2B, you might be on LinkedIn more. But then you take that content and you repurpose it. And a lot of people just say, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, again, back to what we talked about, learn how to do it or pay somebody who does. But hey, a lot of good stuff today on the show. I want to thank Eunice Halstead, our local insurance expert here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, attorney Mark Albrechta as well. And also we had your girl Paulina calling in as well, aka the party guru from Amici's Catering, talking about our event coming up on the 21st. We want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. You could, something real simple is pack up some leftover food, carry it with you to and from your commute, and hand it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community. Follow us online, Facebook.com, Brandon Rhymes PA, Instagram and Twitter at Brandon Rhymes 1. And we'll see you next time. Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you. Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 1025 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.